2023 52 Super Series season passed the midpoint of the 5 regatta season in beautiful Menorca. At stake, as well as race points towards the circuit standings, is the prestigious Royal Cup. It's actually the 5th time that the 52 Super Series has been hosted by the stunning island of Menorca. The capital, Monohull, is a lovely, laid-back, unhindered ambience, a more sedate and relaxed atmosphere than many of the other islands. And not only are the race areas open and challenging with no particular side paying off, but there are beautiful scenic backdrops. And our VIP guests from XS love the whole experience. Menorca's beautiful beaches and scenery are an important and timely reminder how we all have to do more to halt the climate crisis and to reduce our dependence on polluting plastics.
Here in Menorca we did an underwater cleanup. I don't know how many kilos of trash we found underneath the water. Everybody can do something, and as more people are doing something, as better will be for the future.
Ergen Imre's Preveza arrive in Menorca on the back of 2 straight wins after triumphing in both Saint-Tropez and Scarlino.
It's been a pretty nice season so far, but we've made quite a few changes this season, a few changes to the boat, had a few crew changes. So overall, it's also building on what we achieved or what we were doing last season, and then we managed to just continue improving from there.
Meanwhile, Harmwiller Spear's platoon have a great record in Menorca, winning both the last 2 times we've raced there, in 2019 and in 2021, when he won the Royal Cup with the platoon team.
It's a special place. We always are a bit lucky here in Menorca. From the story for us is always to be in the top.
Well, straight from the first start, Menorca delivered moderate breezes and a nasty little chop which challenged the helms, but Platoon laid down their marker early by winning the first race and then taking 3rd behind Takashi Akura's sled, led the regatta after the first day. If there was no clear advantage on either side of the race courses, Tony Langley's Gladiator, with Guillermo Parada steering, then found a real winning formula, starting near the flag boat, sometimes giving up a few seconds, but they always flipped over onto port early, raced an open, fast track, so Gladiator then win 3 in a row, dominating day 2 and triumphing in the first race of day 3. Preveza have a bumpy first couple of races before finding their mojo. They come 2nd behind Gladiator when they win race 6, but at that point there are 4 boats within 1 point on the overall standings. On the penultimate day, well, it looks like Sled are on course to win, pursued by arch rivals Allegra, but suddenly the breeze shuts down out of nowhere. Sled, the leaders, drift onto the finish mark. They have to do a penalty. Allegra, meantime, impede Preveza, and they also have to do a penalty. Platoon take the opportunity to power over the 2 unfortunate boats and win the race. And the final day, well, Platoon lead into the last races with 2 points up on Preveza, but Allegra set themselves back into the frame, taking 1st in the first race of the Sunday. Preveza gets 2nd, and they go all square with Platoon going into a big showdown race. And in fact, Quantum Racing lead that last race, but the second beat, the breeze dies and shifts not once, not twice, and again Platoon are on top of the changes. They get through and get 4th around the finish mark, ahead of Preveza to take the Royal Cup and the 3rd title of this season.
Yeah, it looks like we are the Menorca men. I don't know. I mean, it was such a tricky week and there's so many ups and downs, and finally we made it.
16:32, so in 20 minutes. 2 months ago, I lost my father, so that's a very important regatta for me. It's a very emotional regattas, and I think that he helped me a lot today to push the boat every single meter, so I'm very happy.
Platoon win the Royal Cup for the 2nd time in successive regattas in Menorca, and Preveza lead into Barcelona with a 19-point margin.
We are extremely happy. If somebody would told me a year ago you would maybe have a numb feeling for 2nd place, I would say, are you nuts? But we're so far enjoying a great season.
After 10 races, Platoon win the Royal Cup on 34 points. 2nd are Preveza on 35 points. Gladiator get 3rd on 41 points. Then after 3 of 5 regattas, regattas in Saint-Tropez, Scarlino and Menorca, Preveza lead on 111 points, 19 points behind, and 2nd are now Platoon on 130, and Quantum Racing, powered by American Magic, are 3rd on 137 points. So Menorca delivers 10 great races. We now move forward to the 4th regatta of the season, the Rolex TP52 World Championships in Barcelona, host city of the 37th America's Cup.